Welcome everyone, my name is Rob Snyder, ISV's University Educational and Marketing Director. I am also a professor in my 23rd year at Slippery Rock University of Pennsylvania. My incredible experience with ISV began as a university leader taking 16 of my students to Australia. I was so impressed with ISV that I led a second group of 14 students to Thailand. ISV is excited to be starting up our award-winning program in Costa Rica this summer after several years of delay due to COVID-19. I'm excited that you have chosen to be part of the continued legacy of ISV. We are also excited to be working alongside your university leader, who will also be working alongside of ISV's project director in Costa Rica on this life-changing volunteer program. Your UL will be giving you the date and details of your Costa Rica volunteer project coming up this summer. Just know that there is no commitment that we need from you today. This is just an informational meeting, and if you are interested in traveling with your professor to Costa Rica, you will have the opportunity to fill out an application and submit at the end of this meeting. The trip includes the 2 weeks of volunteering in either a community development or conservation project, followed by ISV's 2-week adventure tour traveling throughout Costa Rica. All accommodations and about 98% of the meals are included in the program price. You will also have the option to come to Costa Rica early for ISV's 1-week Spanish lessons, where you'll be living in the home with a Costa Rican family. While your university leader has selected the project type and date for your school, just keep in mind that you have the option to choose other projects and dates if that works for you. You would just be assigned to another UL group that would be participating in that particular activity. So you may be asking yourself, why choose ISV? We will now have some of our past global staff and students tell you about why ISV is the #1 volunteer and adventure tour for students on the planet, and how you can explore getting academic credit for your participation. We'll also explain the program in Costa Rica. While ISV is starting anew with Costa Rica in 2023, realize that our past staff and students in the video will make reference to ISV's 35 years of amazing history. Well, thank you for coming to this information meeting. After the video, your UL will answer any additional questions that you may have and give you an ISV student application that you can fill out and give to them today. Remember that there's no commitment in filling out the application today, as you first need to apply and then be accepted. Once you are accepted, you will be able to submit the $500 non-refundable deposit and then prepare for the experience of a lifetime.
International Student Volunteers is the most popular program of its type on the planet. It's the opportunity to change lives for the better while sharing unique, inspirational experiences that will challenge you in ways you can't imagine. Over 30,000 students have participated in the International Student Volunteers program, contributing just under 3 million hours of community-driven and conservation efforts that create sustainable living environments. Explore the world with ISV and support important locally driven initiatives in community development and conservation.
There is so much more to life, and there's so much more to this world are yet to experience until we do something like this.
What really impacts the way I think and what I think my life should be in the future.
Broaden their horizons about what the world's actually like.
It's also great fun and often the beginnings of new lifelong friendships.
ISV partners with local host organizations in each country to offer the best projects following these 7 principles.
That the projects are safe, achievable goals,
Local leadership,
sustainable, educational, fun,
And have a need for volunteers.
Hi everybody, my name's Simon Costain and I live in Australia in the beautiful city of Sydney. I've been working with ISV for over 10 years now, as I truly believe this is one of the most life-changing experiences for the people who volunteer with us and for the communities and the environments that we work to support. Congratulations on deciding to do something amazing with your summer. I guarantee this program will change your life. All right, so let's talk about why over 40,000 students have given ISV the highest rating out of any volunteer and adventure travel program on the planet. On a scale of 1 to 5, the average student rating of ISV is 4.85, and this is absolutely phenomenal. ISV has accomplished over 4 million hours of volunteer work with students from across 800 universities. We've been around for over 30 years as a non-profit, and we are one of the largest and most respected volunteer organizations on the planet. Let's go through some examples that demonstrate why ISV is the best volunteer program for you guys. Number 1. If you're based in the US, you will have the opportunity to receive the President's Volunteer Service Award, which includes a signed letter from the President of the USA recognizing your efforts in volunteering overseas. Number 2, if you volunteer with us, you'll have the opportunity to receive academic credit. Over 350 universities have granted academic credit for students volunteering with us abroad. Number 3, the US Center for Citizen Diplomacy has rated ISV as one of the top 10 volunteer programs in the world. Number 4, ISV has over 30 US senators and congressmen who are serving on our board of reference. They are all lending their name to ISV in recognition of the outstanding work that we as an organization accomplish. Number 5, TV legend Larry King has actually featured ISV on the Discovery Channel when he was documenting the phenomenal impact students are making around the world through volunteering. Number 6, guys, we work with over 150 organizations around the world that include non-profit organizations, government organizations, university organizations, and grassroots organizations who are doing amazing volunteer work. Some of these include the Peace Corps, the Red Cross, Habitat for Humanity, Conservation Volunteers Australia, and the Sierra Club. Number 7, guys, the World Youth and Student Travel Confederation recently awarded ISV with the Best Global Volunteer Project Award. We are doing some fantastic work around the world, and organizations and big names are getting behind ISV to support the work that we do. Number 8, guys, many organizations who arrange volunteer projects will simply take your money, send you off overseas, and do nothing to guarantee an amazing experience. ISV is different. We partner closely with every single host organization. We give them the most amount of training and the most amount of support to ensure that your experience is nothing less than life-changing. Guys, we have project leaders and tour leaders who will make your experience absolutely phenomenal. They are so full of information, and every single day they'll be teaching you all about the local culture, the history of the country, and the environmental wonders that you're experiencing. And lastly, guys, this is truly the perfect mix of amazing volunteer work with life-changing adventure travel. You get to give back, you get to make a difference through your volunteer project, and then you get to go and have the adventure of a lifetime. Guys, there is a reason why over 30 US senators have lent their name to ISV. There is a reason why the US State Department has said that ISV is one of the top 10 volunteer programs in the world. And there is a reason why over 350 universities grant academic credit to students traveling with our program. If you want to travel overseas, you've got to travel with the best. And ISV has the resources, the infrastructure, and the heart to make sure your experience is truly life-changing. I do want to say that this is not for everyone. And that is for 2 main reasons. First of all, guys, we are not a spring break program. Don't get me wrong, our students have the time of their lives, but if all you want to do is get trashed and sleep all day, contact one of your spring break programs because we are so much more than that.
The ISV mission statement is
to support sustainable
development initiatives around the world
through life-changing
student volunteer and responsible adventure travel programs
designed to
positively
impact our world
and to educate,
inspire,
and to result
in more active global citizens.
If I can describe ISB in one word, it will be
amazing. ISB to me is my life. You know, every day I work motivated and it's a full-time passion more than a job.
Okay, let's go ahead and talk about the program. Make sure you look on the website for detailed itineraries and project details. First of all, when you sign up for ISV, about 55 days before you begin your program, we're going to send you a travel manual. It will contain everything you need to know about the country, what to bring, what not to bring, and stuff like that. Then put on your seatbelts, buckle up, and hit the skies because your 4-week adventure is about to begin. Now, as you know, the first 2 weeks is a volunteer program where you have one of 2 choices. You could work in a conservation program supporting environmental initiatives, or you could work in community development supporting communities that need your help. No matter what project you choose, there are 6 things in common with every ISV project. Number 1 is your host organization. As a volunteer, you'll be working to support a host organization within the country that is doing amazing work. These include non-profits, government organizations, and grassroots organizations that ISV has partnered with, and we help them achieve their goals. Number 2 is the food. The food you'll be having on your trip is the local cuisine of the culture. So get ready to experience, if you're in Costa Rica, you might have, say, rice and beans for breakfast, rice and beans for dinner, and on weekends, you might have beans and rice. I'm not kidding, guys. It's just rice and beans with combinations of lots of different things, and it's awesome. Okay, now, if any of you guys are vegetarian, that's not a problem. You'll be well catered for on your trip. Now, in terms of accommodation, the accommodation you'll be staying in is really, really cool. You could be staying with local families, you could be staying in bunkhouses in the jungle, or you could also be staying on really cool accommodation specially designed by your project. It really depends on what your project is and where it's located. Now, the work, guys. The work is absolutely amazing. Expect to work hard over your 2-week volunteer project, but you're going to achieve a lot. We've had some volunteer teams who've planted over 6,000 trees in 2 weeks or managed to build a home for a homeless family in the Dominican Republic. At the end of your trip, you're going to say, wow, I have made a huge difference to this community or to this environment. Now, in terms of experience, you don't need to have any experience to volunteer with ISV. You'll get all the training, tools, and equipment that you need. And lastly, guys, the projects are really educational. As I mentioned, your project leaders are super knowledgeable, and you're going to really be interacting with the local communities and learning everything about your project and why it's making such a difference. There is a reason why universities grant academic credit, because you will be learning heaps on this trip, and you will be coming out learning so much more than any other travel program. Guys, that is a little bit about our projects. There was a lot of information there. Jump online or jump on YouTube and search for ISV volunteer programs. You can learn so much more. Let's move on to the other part, which is the second 2 weeks, ISV's incredible adventure tour. No matter what tour you choose, there are some things in common with all of our programs. Number one is you will be led by professional tour leaders, and they will make your trip absolutely magical. Number two, guys, is the educational emphasis still continues. Although we're having a great time jumping off cliffs and swimming through rivers, you're going to learn everything that there is to know about the environments that you're traveling through, the cultures that you're traveling through. You're going to have an amazing time learning as you travel. Number three, guys, ISV includes incredible activities. These range from a 3-day whitewater rafting trip to ziplining experiences and canyoning and stuff like that. Number four, ISV works with some of the most credible and reputable operators in the host country, and trust me, safety is always our number one concern. Number five, guys, all tours have some free time. So although you're going to be super pumped full of adrenaline, there will be some chill time where you can just take some time out and relax on the beach. And lastly, guys, I do want to stress no activity is compulsory. Let's say we're in Costa Rica and we're rappelling down a 100-foot cliff and you look over the edge and you freak out and you don't want to do it. Not a problem. You won't be forced to do any activity you don't want to do. We just want you to have the best time possible. All right, so many of you might actually want to get academic credit for coming on this trip. That's fantastic, as over the last few years, more than 350 universities actually granted academic credit to thousands of students who have traveled on ISV's program. It's really, really simple. We have a syllabus set up with a very structured educational outcome. You approach your professors and you ask for what's called independent study. Independent study is where you and your professor design a course based on this educational experience. We have a template and a model all set up that you can take to your professor and ask for academic credit. If you are interested, tick that on your application form. We'll send you more information. It's really important you check with your professor first though, as different universities have different rules about how academic credit via independent study works. All right, guys, thank you very much for coming out. Hope you found this information meeting very informative. Again, check out what's on the website, check out all the details on YouTube, and you can be assured that you're going to have the most amazing experience overseas. Congratulations on deciding to do something different with your summer. I hope your university leader or your student rep has got you ready and excited. If you have any questions at all, get in touch with the ISV office and make sure that you put your application in right now, so we'll see you overseas this summer. Thanks very much.
Our Costa Rica program is one of our most popular options. Costa Rica is an amazing country where North America meets South America. There's incredibly diverse animal life, from sloths to monkeys, macaws, toucans, coati, sea turtles, whales and dolphins that dance across the water. Explore cloud forests, beautiful white sand beaches, dense jungles, volcanic mountains, amazing local communities, and a wide range of cultural activities. Participants volunteer on 2-week projects that focus on wildlife conservation, community development, and children's health and education.
One-in-a-lifetime experience. Come and visit us.
Your adventure tour includes amazing activities like rappelling down 200-foot waterfalls, horseback riding, and riding a flying fox through stunning jungles on a cable of up to 1 kilometer long. Explore volcanoes and surf on picturesque beaches while you stay in beautiful and internationally recognized eco-lodges with sloths and monkeys right over your cabins. Go sea kayaking on the Pacific coast, discover the Rastafarian culture of the Caribbean, and try tubing down the crystal clear waters of a jungle river. By far the most spectacular activity in Costa Rica is whitewater rafting through the pristine jungle of the 5th rated rafting river in the world, the Pequare River. This is a 3-day adventure with no roads, no cars, no people, and no Facebook. The only way in is by raft. The program is nothing less than life-changing.
The ISV experience has been
life-changing, educating, eye-opening,
life-changing,
mind-blowing. 100% recommend it.
Honestly, it's life-changing and incredible, and I highly recommend doing it.
Contact us today and find out how you can impact your world.